Hello guys, and welcome to our next part of the tutorial. In the last lecture I talked about different um, different IDEs, and told you about some good IDEs and how to download them, and like VS Code and the one I'm using, C-Line, all that. So today we will be talking about data types and variables. Data type is just a type in which you store your data. Like for example, if you have a number or a character like ABC, or a string like a whole sentence, or a like boolean value, or like a big digit, you would have to store it somewhere. If you want to, you can store it in like different data types in C++ and view it, modify it, and whatever you want to do using different functions and all that. So today I will show you a few data types that are in C++. So let me zoom in, and as you can see, first we have int. Int basically stands for integer, and first is syntax of a data type is data type, then the name identifier. This is called the identifier. You identify it by this name throughout the whole code. Then the initializer, which initializes the value of the variable, and then the value that you want to initialize it to. So here we have an integer val that is initialized to equal to 10, which means that val is equal to 10, and wherever it is used in the code it will be 10, or if it's unmodified, but if it's modified then it will change according to that. Then we have character, car, initializer, and C is the character. We can only use like one character for it. If we go for car, like a character. And then we have string. String is used for like long characters. Like as you can see, this is a whole name. This is only C. This is a whole name, CodeWalking. So, and this is the identifier of the string E. This is the string E, and this is the its value. Then we have the boolean a is equal to true. That means it's true. Then we have double is simply just integer but longer. There is a limit to how much you can store in integer, to a point where it becomes in scientific notation. If you go over the limit of integer, then it becomes a scientific, it is shown as scientific notation. But in double you can make it up to this length, and it will not show up as scientific notation. It will show its true value. So we have double big, and its value is 200k. So I have a few like lines over here, see which outputs the values of all these variables onto the console. So the size of integer is 2 or 4 bytes, depends upon the how big the value is, but the max it can go is 4 bytes. Char is character is only 1 byte, string is 22 bytes, the boolean is 1 byte because only it's like 0 or 1, like true or false is only that, and double big is 8 bytes. So let's see the values, how they are going to be shown on the console. As you can see, val was shown as 10, car was shown as C, string E shown as CodeWalking, true is shown as 1. True, it's like 0 or 1. True will be equal to 1, and false will be equal to 0. And then we have double big, which is 200k. So these are the main data types. Then there is also another data type, which is like const, int, pi equal 3.14. Actually, let's make it float. Float is used for decimal numbers. Float is for decimal numbers, and constant is a value that will remain constant throughout the whole code. You can't change it through any function, you can't change it through anything. It will remain as the constant value. So like pi is always the global constant. So we have set it here as constant. Let me display it on the console and let's run the code, and you would see it's done. Okay, now you can see it's over here as 3.14. So basically these are the basic data types that in C++, and cout is the way to show them on the console. And if let me show you another thing, which is a fun thing which you can do it yourself. Let's make a variable int plus. Okay, so if let me bring it a bit down, and to input, now you will ask, we are like outputting the data, but how do you input a data into a variable? Like if a user want to enter the data, how would you do that? So you would have to use cin and then forward these initializers operators, and then we put the plus and then semicolon. Note that semicolon is always a must to separate between lines. If you put something like before the semicolon, it will be considered as one line, and then another and another. If you don't put it, it will give you an error. Let me remove it, and you can see it's given an error that it expected a semicolon at the end of the declaration. So that like now after that I have then cin plus. So let's run, and now under here it has given me a prompt to write whatever I want into the value of plus, and it will remain till the code is being run. After the code is like done, running is closed, it would go back to its value. If you put to the value like in plus like this, it will be given a random value. There won't be any like accurate value, there will be just random value just to fill the memory. So let me put 10, and it would be entered into there. So what I should have done is like shown up here. Let me do that real quick, and there. Okay, so now it will run again, and okay, so let's put 99. You can see it would be shown as like 99. It was shown in the console as 99 because we inputted the value. So that is how you can do all the data types and variables, and how you can enter your own data and all that. And you can make your own code just to practice all this. Just make a different thing, like you get and have a cout, enter a value, and then you output that onto the console. So this is it for today, and in the next one we will learn a bit more on how you can make some simple codes. I'll show you an example of calculator, like a simple calculator, then we'll go on for further and do more. So this is it for today, and I'll hope you have an amazing day.